talking in class, talking over the top of you, walking around the classroom, being loud, doing no work, refusing to follow directions, and disrupting others. These and many other student behaviours challenge teachers, making school life difficult and impacting teacher wellbeing. I recently attended a meeting for a student to develop a plan to manage very similar behaviours to these. Attending the meeting were the student's classroom teachers, the year coordinator, the executive teacher, and the school psychologist. And what was highly evident in that meeting was that the coordinator had spoken at length with the student to gain their perspective, to find out what they liked at school, to find out what they didn't like in some of their classes, and to discover what motivated them and what didn't motivate them. What this information meant for the meeting was that the student's voice was heard and that the strategies that were suggested were going to be much more effective because they were based on the needs of the student, as well as taking into account the needs of the teachers to be able to teach. Because what was also evident was that the teachers cared very much about the student. They cared about his well-being and about his learning, but his behaviour was taking its toll on their ability to teach and on their well-being. In this video, I will share with you some of the benefits of giving students a voice, giving them a voice in plans that are made for them, giving them a voice in what happens to them, and the value of listening to students for teachers and for schools. I'll also give you some examples of simple ways to give students a voice. My name's Maria Amaro, and I'm the Principal Presenter at The Highly Effective Teacher. I'm a teacher, and I've been working with students and supporting teachers for over 30 years. I'm passionate about teacher wellbeing, and I combine research and experience to provide strategies that improve teacher wellbeing, especially practices that take no more extra teacher time. They can actually give you back time because you start working more effectively. I love coaching teachers so that they thrive in the teaching profession, not just survive. Improved teacher wellbeing means improved student wellbeing, and that contributes to better academic and social outcomes for all our students. If you'd like to learn more about teacher wellbeing, please subscribe to our channel and ring the bell so that you receive notifications of all our videos. And when you subscribe, that helps to support our channel. It means that we can keep making these videos and get information and support out to more teachers. So, why would you give students a voice? Number one, it builds a positive relationship. Listening to students shows that you like them, value them, and care about what they think. Real listening means that they're more likely to feel understood, and that increases the likelihood of a reduction in disruptive behaviour because we know that behaviour is a form of communication, and feeling understood leads to number two, which creates buy-in from the student. You create more likelihood that students will go along with the plan, which means that number three is likely, that the plan will be more effective. When the student has been consulted and listened to, the strategies in the plan are more likely to be effective. Of course, that doesn't mean that they'll always be effective because we're dealing with human beings who change and who need change and variety. If you're interested in learning more about positive behaviour management and how positive behaviour management is good for your wellbeing, follow the link here. A positive approach to student behaviour is more successful and is better for you as a teacher. Listening to students and giving them a voice means that you will discover information that can inform what you do moving forward. Do they like public or private praise? Some people love being praised publicly and thrive on being noticed by others. But not everyone likes to be singled out in front of everyone else and would much prefer a "good job today, Toby, you worked really hard," either quietly or as they leave the class. As the student in the case study reported, being praised in front of the class made him feel different and special, which he did not enjoy at all. You can find out what rewards the student will like, what's going to motivate them, what's going to help them be successful. For example, the student in the case study I mentioned earlier wanted phone calls home to his mum. What are the student's strengths and interests? Where do they need additional support? and where can they actually thrive. This kind of information can help you understand what's going on for the student. And if they're behind academically, that can explain why they don't engage in certain tasks. Which teachers have a good relationship with the student? For example, which of the teachers that they may be able to go to when they're having a bad day or feeling stressed? And it can also be the teacher who is called when the student is having a meltdown or there is a crisis. It also helps to ask what it is that these teachers do that makes the student feel that way. That is, what are their strategies and how do they make it work? How do they want teachers to support them to be successful at school? That is, what does the student think would work when they're off task to get them settled again and back on task? For example, the student in this case study said that he didn't like nagging, and for the teacher to tell him once and then to give him an exit card, and that would work the best. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and happy teaching.